Hi, twin flames. How are you all? Hope you're all doing good. So, today I thought I would be sharing with you, in a summarized way, some more insight into the twin flame journey, which will help you to understand things better. And here it goes. So, uh, meeting with your twin flame is the first thing that happens in your journey, from where your journey starts. So, when you lay your eyes on each other, it's the most beautiful thing that happens to you, and it's from where you begin your journey. And then the bubble phase starts. The bubble phase is the most beautiful part of a twin flame journey, where you both talk with each other, know about each other, share your feelings, go on dates, or any beautiful moment that you're creating is created there initially. Then, after some time, what happens? The next phase comes unexpectedly. You're not expecting it, and it happens out of nowhere to you. The other separation phase comes. The separation phase is where your twin flame, due to any reason, most of the time it's the masculines who do so, and the masculines tell the feminine that we can't be with each other, and there is such and such problems, and I can't be with you right now, or whatever excuses they might make. Not excuses, they are genuine, but whatever reason they tell you, this happens, and the separation starts. The separation is longer. Okay, it's for days or months, and this separation begins. First of At the first time, when the first separation happens, you have no idea what is actually happening to you, what's happening, what you're doing, you know nothing about it. So now, actually, why separation takes place? Because the twin flames, when they were souls, when they were not as human beings, they had already decided to take birth and create situations which would help them to work on themselves, because in the separation phase is the only time when the twin flames, out of pain or out of whatever situations come their way, they work on themselves, they align their souls, they ascend into higher power, because before that they were just normal human beings, too much into the 3D world. So now things happen to keep you apart, the universe keeps you apart for some time so that you can heal your soul. Chasing happens after this. It's mostly the feminine who chases, right? The masculine, or it depends on uh, journey to journey, and one becomes the chaser and one becomes the runner. The person who has initiated the separation becomes the runner, and the other person, because he was not expecting this to happen, um, becomes the chaser. He tries to make things right, he tries to do everything, he or she tries to, fix things, and so that uh, separation can be avoided, but nothing happens. The other person, the runner, does not listens to um, those things, and what happens, the more you chase, other than working on your peace and harmony, the more you chase, the more your runner runs. Okay, you text them, you call them to fix things, to make them understand that how much you love them and how much deeper your love is, but they don't listen. At that time, they are not ready to listen anything. They keep on running. So this happens because there is a universal fact that the more you chase, the more the other thing or other person runs. Okay, so this happen on the first separation that happens before you. Now, while you may be thinking that why is he running when he loves you? Because of course he does. He is your twin flame. He is your true mate. Why is he running from you? Because the universe creates those situations because out of a sudden they realize or they think that this is not the right thing because they are drowning into the sea of emotions, and they think that it would not be beneficial for them to be so much vulnerable with the relation, and they uh, think that it will eventually make them weak and someday they may have to face heartbreak. They imagine the worst that could happen to them and they start running. And why the universe does it to you? Because the universe wants you to stop chasing them. You're needing them, you're badly needing them for your happiness. If you don't have your twin flame, you will become unhappy. That some neediness which exists in your soul, codependency, the universe wants to heal it. So this thing happens with you, separation. Okay, and this separation is not done intentionally by your masculine. He is not intending to hurt you or make you sad, or he does not want this relationship to end either. But unintentionally, the universe compels him to behave in such a way that this separation occurs. Okay, and he can give you whatever reason. He can use relationship, family, or any other career issue as a reason why they can't be with you. They may tell you that this is the reason I can't be with you, and he uh, strongly believes that this is the only truth, that if I indulge into this relationship, my family would get affected or my parents would get affected because we can't be together, or my finances, my career would be adversely affected. So he takes it as the ultimate truth and he wants to separate. Now, he is completely unaware of the fact that you are his ultimate truth and you're the only person uh, who is his destination. So, but he is unaware of the fact because your journey has just started. So, these are the things which compel him to uh, go into separation. So, and he believes that it is correct to choose uh, these family or um, career or or their karmic over you, because he is conditioned. He has been living in an environment since birth where he is developed into a person who is too practical. But in fact, he's not such a kind of a person. He is a twin flame, of course. He is connected before birth to you, and after his birth and till he grows up, he has been conditioned in such a way that he is, has he's made far from the emotional side. He forgets his emotional side, and he's taught to be practical and not emotional in life decisions, life situations. So, and they have to prioritize their responsibilities towards their families or their career before you. So, they have to work for their family and they have to take care of them. This is the thing which has been taught to them. That is why they feel that if they engage themselves with you, then these things, will get affected. He looks at the entire situation very practically. He thinks that, if they, can't, they'll not fight with their emotions, they'll become weak, and they really need to use responsibly at that point of some time. So, true lover for him does not exist. His theory does not have the concept of true lover. He always believed that a person loves you only if he needs something, or out of greed, or out of anything, out of any attachment or personal needs. A person can only love you. So this is what he used to believe. So anything that came into his life contrary to what he always believed, he could not take it. And he thinks that how can a person love him so deeply without any wanting anything in return. He always used to feel that divine feminine portrays love because she needs something, she wants to take his advantage or anything. So he just felt that you're good, too good to be true, okay? And he took the same situation and correction differently, and he perceived the same situation in a very different way. And you have to accept it because yin and yang, or the twin flames, are two completely different parts of a soul, like the north and the south, and they are just too different from each other, and a similar situation, they behave differently. So now the masculine in this twin flame journey have to break the old pattern in which they were behaving from so long, and they have to break that old patterns which they were following since birth, and which is not an easy task because you have been building the same idea of life for so long for life, and now a girl or your twin flame who walks into his life, you cannot see the whole idea or the whole concept collapsing, so it just challenges him. Okay, so um he find all the ways, he convinces himself in all the ways to make himself believe that, this divine love is not real, and it's nothing but like other relations. This love is also who um does not exist. So he pulls back his energy, he pulls back his emotions to feel safe, and to be in control of his mind. He doesn't want himself to flow into these emotions, and he tries to forget everything that happened, since he met you, and after that, whatever happened between you two, he just wants to, get over everything. He just wants to reverse and go back to his life when you were not there, and he had no emotions for anyone. And he, tries his best to go back and to forget everything. He indulges in his work, his family, to stay busy, and tries to prove that he was right in, you know, uh, he was right to get separated from you. And what the DF does is that she chases him. But ideally, what a DF is supposed to do is, which she does, but she it's also very new for her, and she is also unaware of these things. So initially, she does that, but once she feels that things are not, reciprocating, she also prioritizes her self respect over everything, and the TF should ideally stop giving him her energy, and should give him the good space, a good space that they need to finally, realize his emotions and to look things at a deeper level and to realize that this relationship is not um, like that ordinary relationships in the 3D world. Okay, now when your twin flame gets separated to you, you also think that yes, this thing has ended at this point where your twin flame has asked you to get separated from him, and you think that the thing has ended, but it's not so. Your twin flame is bound to get back to you, and by that time, when of that separation, what you have to do is that you have to work on your relationship with the Almighty, because if you don't have a good relation with the Almighty or the universe, or you don't believe in such things, you cannot truly work on this twin flame journey. You have to be very, very, you know connected to these things. So when you work on yourself, you uplift your soul, it will gradually affect on him, because he is a part of your soul. When you are working on your soul, when you are working on yourself, when you are working on your happiness, it definitely reflects on him as well. Okay, you will slowly see that he's changing. He'll come back to you, he'll speak up his um his feelings. But what happens, the separation phase goes on. It's not the one separation that happens, it happens numerous times in your twin flame journey, because twin flame journey is generally for long. So many times it happens that the twin flame comes out of love and then they go back out of fear. So this goes on for a long time, and this is a journey which takes place so that you can find your own self. You can realize that who you are. You're a twin flame, you're a divine soul, and you have to accept your sanctity and not, and you have to get over these 3D negativities that your soul has. And if you got a very peaceful journey of love and togetherness with your twin flame from the very beginning, and if there were no separations, then what was the need for you or your twin flame to work on themselves? Or you would have never felt the urge to change something in yourself, and then you would have continued to be stuck in this 3D things, and you would not have anywhere thought about a life beyond that. So this is why this journey is not called a peaceful journey, it's the most difficult journey. And if you continue to stay in this low energy, and if you keep on chasing him and you stop working on yourself, your happiness, then definitely what will happen, that you will waste this entire life and you will never be able to get him in this life. So the sooner the better. The more you work on yourself, the more you will compel him to work on himself too, and then you can finally reunite. Okay, and only when you surrender to the Almighty and to the God, that you can be back with your twin flame. Okay, you have to make sure that you are no longer obsessed with the idea of the 3D union, that only the 3D union can make you happier. You have already reunited with your twin on a 5D level. When you're in balance, you do not care much about the 3D union. You're not obsessed with the idea of union. That's when you finally are aligned. Your soul is aligned. When you're not no more thinking about only that 3D union thing to happen, to be happy. Definitely you want that, but still you are not obsessed with that idea. Twin flame journey is very challenging, very painful, not easy, but it's magical too. When you start ascending, when you start aligning, when you start becoming a divine soul and you see the changes in yourself, the positive changes, you are so happy that these all things happened, and you start realizing why things happened in a certain way, and you start enjoying this journey. So it's a magical thing that happens to you, and you finally reach to a state of enjoyment in this journey. That's when you can truly feel that, you know, when the triggers of the divine masculines or the other people in the 3D do not, you know, affect you, and you're still in your soul is still, it's unmoved by any of the external triggers happening to you. That is when you come to know that you're properly aligned. The divine masculine and the divine feminine are properly aligned. So the main idea or the main key to a successful twin flame relationship is the sooner the divine feminine realizes that she has to work on herself and not be in a chasing you know energy. That's only when things start to get better. And uh, you know you people are so fortunate that you know everything what you have to do, but you just need to have the courage to do the same. So twin flames, all the best, perform better in your journey. You know you will have a beautiful outcome ahead. Thank you.